So I've come back to fish the fragments of my past. I'll stitch them together like leather, make a tattered album filled with ghosts. It's not you, it's me.
It's magic, she whispered, and I almost even believed her. If you tell a story well enough, it's true.
The dark scares when I'm on my own. It crawls through cracks and up the backs of my legs. I switch on lights and I shout to someone who's not really there.
Eyes aglow, body sleek, the trickster magpie looks on curiously as each cold clod is lifted.
The prompt we used to create these pieces was my people. A prompt is only ever a starting point, it should never be a barrier. Should we do this?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
So today's prompt is lost and found. As always, don't worry about your spelling, your punctuation, your grammar, your handwriting, any of that stuff.
And if you're like me and you like to cross things out, don't worry about that, because I think it ends up looking like a sort of a pretty pattern on the page.
Yeah, and write without fear. That's really important. No fear, just write.
And let your thoughts lead wherever they may.
Okay, so 6 minutes on the clock. The prompt is lost and found. Everybody ready? Let's get started. Here we go. Right, it's the best bit. It's time to share and find out what we've all been writing.
You know what? I always get a little bit emotional at this moment because I feel so safe and cherished in this space.
Yeah, and I think that sharing helps others to build their confidence, doesn't it?
And we do have confidence in you, don't we, girls?
We do.
And sometimes knowing that is all a person needs.
The wild woman who lives in these woods has a house that turns round and round on tall chicken legs and stalks the paths at night. Be careful not to get lost in here, my darling, because the wild woman will find you and carry you into her hut. If you meet her in her hungry time, she'll roast your soft belly flesh over a slow fire, cure your thighs in brine and juniper, and boil your bones into soup. Your skull will be filled with wax, and its light will burn from the single window. But if you meet her in the spring, you'll lie on her lap while she combs lice from your hair. She'll open herself up to drip blood and milk into your mouth, and her song will be a slow crooning of your own lost days. The house will rock from one foot to the other, lulling you to sleep, so she can sew you a coat of leaves. And when you wake in the place we call found, you'll have a full belly, a new outfit, and a crown of mayflowers twined into your hair.
When I was 12, my mum got drunk and played Meatloaf's Lost and Found on repeat. On repeat. On repeat. I repeat, on repeat. So we escaped upstairs, my sisters and me, witches 3. And we made our own music. We cast our own spells. We lost hours and we found time. We turned the drinkers into angels, the wine into water, and the bad men into heroes. Best of all, with every ounce of our fledgling magic, we turned our mum into a fairy tale princess whose smile lit up the future.
My back's against the ceiling. There's no angel here. I'm looking down, hearing but not listening. Your words, scripted. There's no trace of character. A good physician, but a poor actor. I'm lost. You've lost me. Stop. Now. The rock I thought I was, I'm not. And I'm eroding into sand and starting to drop through the narrowest passage, landing on a tiny molehill of hope. I'll be all right if the goblins don't turn the glass. I tried to break their spell of damnation. I should have believed, if I had, there might be some magic in my incantation. Then I decide to write of the devil's own luck and have him cavorting in this scene, and I'll direct myself to win more life. Then I can fight more fights, each a new performance, and yet I've been. I'll choreograph a dance with the devil to the rhythm of an amending sound. Its beat will restore what I thought I'd lost, and its music will sing of what I've found.
Eternal wood, canopy cradle, shaded from the outside world. I had made my bower from leaf mould and twigs. Nestling child, whose feathery fingers loosened their grip in a tussle crowd. Rest a while in my forest chamber, safe and warm and waiting to be found by such a careless guardian. See how the branches draw in, how tussocks of grass cradle and cossets. Verdigris skin, as bark bits play rough against verdigris skin, entwining tiny bones. Eyes look out from pine cones. I have you now. Another treasure, abandoned to the embrace of the woods. They will return home empty-handed, alone. Don't you fret now, they soon forget now. Don't you fret now, they soon forget now. Look to the sun. Morning has broken.
My back's against the ceiling. We turn the drinkers into angels as bark bits play rough against verdigris skin.
Be careful not to get lost in here, my darling, because its beat restores what I thought I'd lost, waiting to be found by such a careless guardian.
A fairy tale princess whose smile lit up the future. Be careful not to get lost in here, my darling. I have you now, another treasure abandoned to the wood's embrace.
The wild woman will find you with every ounce of our fledgling magic, landing on a tiny molehill of hope.
Blessed be, everyone.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Blessed
Blessed
be.
be.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Follow me, pen and book, here's your hook, lost and found. 'Tis written in sticks, you have 1 minute times 6. And now you have it, my witchy friend, your artistry, and in the end, from your words, on your page, a concluding performance on the stage.